On today's episode of Body Bangin', we're doing a little flashback. A flashback to episode number 2 of the Body Bangin' podcast, where our guest was John Stuef. John Stuef is hysterical. This was one of my favorite clips from that episode where you're going to crack up, and I'm sure you can relate. And we're going to talk about the difference between a problem and an opportunity, and how John stopped breaking phones on a regular basis. Literally breaking phones. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Body Bangin', your podcast for all things body. Auto body, that is. And now, introducing Body Bangin's host, Mickey Woods of Mickey Woods Marketing. Mickey is a former auto collision center owner and is now a marketing and business development expert to shops across the globe.
100%. And what's funny is that I can remember early on in my career, I had a real hard time with calling people with no information or what I viewed to be negative information.
Mm-hmm.
It would get my heart. I get that little pit in my stomach when I had a customer with something that wasn't, I know what they didn't want, right?
Yes.
I wasn't smart enough. I just didn't know. And then I created all this drama. And that's one of the videos I did. Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
Yes.
Right?
I'm so glad you're talking about that.
Yes, it's because we are the ones, well, let's start with this premise, right? What's the difference between a flower and a weed?
The perception that we've placed on it. Yeah.
Right. So the perception and the value we placed on it is what causes stress to everything in our day. Okay. So when you run a body shop, I can give you a list of thousands of things that you could perceive to be bad.
Yeah.
Okay? You could perceive all these items to be bad. You could perceive that the part coming in wrong was bad. You could perceive that the technician not coming in today is bad. All that stuff you can apply negative values. Now, here's what I guarantee you when you do that: a negative outcome.
Yeah.
So when you recognize and high blood pressure and overweight and diabetes and the list goes on, alcoholism. So when you recognize that the value you place on the events happening in your shop causes you to feel a certain way and your team to feel a certain way, and you're the leader. Okay. Well, when the leader is stressed out, the team gets stressed out, right? And the whole organization goes backwards. As a leader, you have to be like that. I always tell my guys, you've got to be the guy. And there's a movie, it was a great movie. I don't know if you saw it. It's probably did it. It's a war movie. I can't think of the name, but the guy's standing on the beachhead. Famous actor. He's on the beachhead. It's in Vietnam. They're dropping bombs, and he wants this guy to surf. And the guy, this young kid, these kids are all running around. This guy, the general or whatever, is like in his 50s, and he's as calm as can be. Right? Bombs are going everywhere. Wow. The kid surfs, but they want calm. Your team wants calm.
Yeah.
You're the leader, right? So once you understand that these events that you've tied a negative value to resonate throughout your whole shop, and all your team starts to dip into this negativity, you have to look yourself in the mirror and recognize the starting point for this negativity in your shop is you. And when you understand that there's a saying, "Get me a jar of stress," that all is manufactured from your mind and the value you place on the events. So younger guy, myself, manager 30 years ago, I was terrible. I was breaking phones every day. I talked to a buddy of mine the other day. He's like, "Man, are you breaking any more phones?" I was frustrated. And he was a phone man, actually. He had a lot of.
So he was one of your best friends.
I go, "Frank, I haven't broke a phone in 10 years. He goes, "What? Did you change?" I go, "Yes, I absolutely did. I quit." I recognized a long time ago that all these events that we tied a negative value to are always going to happen. And it has an impact on myself, my health, my team.
Yeah.
When you have a situation happen, is it a good thing or a bad thing? No, it's just a thing.
Yeah.
And that's your job as a professional as a true body shop professional, to navigate that and handle it Don't tie emotion to it, and go through it. Because then you can change your perception. Like I remember I tell a story in the book about, I took a shop over the first day. Everybody had this negative attitude. Well, two things. All day long, you know what I heard from people? They would come in my office knocking. Hey, John. Yes, got a minute? Yeah, I got a problem. Next person. Hey, John, what's going on? Hey, I got a problem. You know what I mean? Don't knock anymore. Just open the door. Right?
Let me guess. You got a problem.
I got a problem. So the next day, right, I went home at night and I was I just felt, I went for a run and I felt so crappy, and I recognized it was because I had all these problems, right? So the next morning I called the team meeting and I said, listen, I said, I want you to say the word problem and recognize that every word you say, every value you place on an event in a negative light makes you feel bad. So how does a problem make you feel? Oh yeah, well, it's something we can fix. Doesn't make you. How about opportunity? How do you like the word opportunity?
Yes.
It feels good, right? There's a different feeling based on the value we place on the words. That's just human.
Yeah.
So today, guys, going forward, we never use the word problem in our shop. All we have here are opportunities. Well, then that day, the guy would come in. I said, and by the way, if one of your other teammates says that and says problem, please correct them to opportunity. Because we have a great shop with lots of opportunities. So they would come in and we make a joke about it, right? And the events happen. So by tying a bunch of negative value to the event, you're not going to change the freaking outcome to anything but negative. So all I did is that by just changing one word, we changed the whole outlook in the shop.
Yeah.
And it became a more positive environment.
Yeah.
So just recognize the power of your words, the power of the word tracks, the people you have working for you, the power of your team's blind spots, your blind spots, and understand that your job to be a better leader and a greater leader is to understand human condition, to understand human nature. Get a little level deeper understanding of yourself through ongoing, like you said, ongoing personal development.
Yeah.
So,
I love it.
I'm sorry. I talk a lot, so.
Hey, that's what we're here to do. It's perfect. Well, and so let's make sure everybody knows in the description below, you're going to find links to all of the wonderful places that John's at, his YouTube channel, his LinkedIn. Where else are you at, John? What's your main?
From Doing the Leading. I have my LinkedIn. Go there, become a member. I've got about 4,000 followers now on LinkedIn. Awesome. And I do a video once a week. So just subscribe. Any questions? I get people calling me all the time, do consulting work, open to all that. And just, I do it just because of a couple components, right? Is that before I leave the planet, right? I'm towards the end of my career. I want to help as many people as I can help. Maybe if I save or help one person from some mistake and they learn something from me and it makes it easier on their job. I do it because we have a great industry. I love the business. I got into the business at a young age. My grandfather was in the business.
Cool.
It's just the right thing to do, right?
Yeah.
So if you enjoy the videos, some are good, some are bad. I do my best.
Hey, it's all perception. They're all great.
And then I got an audio book called Doing the Leading. You can listen to it on Audible or my book From Doing to Leading.
If you enjoyed today's show, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We have some incredible topics and guests coming your way you will not want to miss. If you are watching on YouTube and don't want to miss the latest and greatest, you'll want to hit the bell after subscribing, so you will get a pop-up each time a video podcast goes live. To our devoted fans, would you mind paying it forward and sharing this little gem with someone else you think may benefit from it? Much love from all of us here at Body Bangin', all things auto body.